Welcome to my channel. This is JC Rock and Metal Reviews. My name is John. Today I have a request from a longtime subscriber, Brody. He asked me to do a review of Rock or Bust by AC/DC, so let me get right into it. Just some quick background on the album. So this is album number 16 or 17 if you count the Australia only releases. First album with Stevie Young. So Malcolm was not able to play due to his failing health at the time. It's also the shortest album at around 35 minutes, and it was a successful album. It peaked at number 1 in Australia, Germany, Canada, and Sweden. The band also had some problems with touring for this album. Phil Rudd was involved in some legal trouble, and he was sentenced to house arrest. So he had to be replaced by Chris Slade. Brian Johnson had to leave the tour due to a hearing loss, so he was replaced by Axl Rose for a short time. And Cliff Williams left the band after the tour, but he did return for the next album, Power Up. So the album starts out with Rock or Bust. This is the second single from the album. Good album opener. It reminds me of something from that Fly on the Wall album. The album has a good production value. You hear the thumping bass in the background. You hear the lead and rhythm guitars are very clear. So not a bad song. Second song is Play Ball. This was a big hit and used for Major League Baseball games. They did a music video for the song. Phil Rudd was unable to appear in the video. The single charted in about 14 countries. Now, personally, I thought the song was not one of their best. It kind of lacks that attitude and energy that band usually has. It just seemed very polished for an AC/DC song, but that is just my opinion. Track 3 is Rock the Blues Away. This is a decent song. I like the opening riff and the rhythm section. Another song that's good, but also kind of lacks that attitude and energy of the band. I'm not saying I don't like the song. It's just another one that's kind of very polished for the band. Similar to my thoughts on Play Ball. And they also did a music video for this one. Track 4, Misadventure. I actually like the opening riff on this one. It has some of that energy and attitude that I do expect from an AC/DC song. Another song reminds me of that Fly on the Wall or Flick of the Switch era of the band. Also has those classic backing vocals that I like. Track 5 is Dogs of War. This has always been one of my favorites from the album. It has that slow building intro with those lower register vocals at first. The riff on this song is very memorable, and the song has lots of energy and attitude. Also has a very memorable chorus with the backing vocals. Track 6 got some rock and roll thunder. It's a decent song. It has that classic 80s sound. I do like the drum sound in the song. The guitars are very clean and crisp. Maybe not one of my favorites, but it is a decent song. Track 7, Hard Times. This one's just okay for me. Not one of the songs that's very memorable, but it's short, under 3 minutes. Also has that 80s era sound to it. Track 8, Baptism by Fire. Another song that's always been one of my favorites from this album. Has lots of energy and attitude. Those are 2 words I've been using a lot throughout this review. The guitar riff is very memorable and has one of the best guitar solos. Track 9, Rock the House. Good song. Reminds me of something from that Razor's Edge. Has that type of sound to it. Lots of those stop-start riffs and the verses. The simple chorus is very memorable. Song also has a nice groove to it. Track 10, Sweet Candy. This one's a cool bass intro. Those lower register vocals again. I like the groove on this song, and the bass sounds very good. Also has a very memorable chorus with backing vocals. Track 11, Emission Control. And this last song has been one of my favorite songs. It has a really nice groove to it. Something that reminds me of that those Razor's Edge album. It has the chorus that's very memorable. I do like the main riff on this song, and it's a little different than most AC/DC songs. So in conclusion, I probably would rank this album towards the bottom of their discography, but since it is AC/DC, they don't really have any bad albums. I think this is just a decent album. I think some of the songs lack that memorability of the other albums, but it does have some good songs in it, most notably Dogs of War, Baptism by Fire, and Emission Control. So it's a decent album, not one of the best, but I think it's pretty good. So that's all for today. I will be back this weekend with new releases by Scorpions, Corpse Grinder, and Hammerfall. Please remember, like, comment, subscribe, and check out some of the other videos I have over here, and I'll see you all in the next one.